This video goes out to all my brothers and sisters in the truth that are helping to spread the word of the Most High in these last days. So hopefully you find something in this video that you will find edifying and hope leads you to the first resurrection. So man, if you like anything in this video, please subscribe, like, and share to the channel. So let's get into it. Hey, Shalom family. Hey, we are truly living in the last days, and it's only going to get worse. So here in America, some people call it Mystery Babylon or actually Babylon, but here in America, man, I think we're in for a big surprise as the whole world is watching us, and also the whole world is in the same problems that we're in, but everybody always watches America. So man, whether you call it a pandemic or the plandemic, people are dying from this thing, and I know I'm in the healthcare field and I see it firsthand. I have patients that have recently come out of COVID-19, and it's not pretty. This is something that's different. Um, Typically, when people have respiratory diseases, it doesn't affect their neurological system the way that this does. People have a hard time recovering. So I don't really understand what's going on, but we're definitely gonna get into this, man. So this is crazy. So I really wanted to do this video about prepping and getting people ready for what's coming down the pipe. As you can see, man, in this country, man, there have been over 40 million people that have been laid off from their jobs, and food shortages are coming about. And I really want to talk to you guys about getting ready to prep and to get ready for this oncoming destruction of America as we know it. So this thing may collapse at any minute. All the indicators are flashing bright red. Hey, the check engine light is on. Every light on the car is on. The brake light's on. Everything. The engine's about to overheat, so we really got to watch out for what we're doing. Um, if you look at the toxic mortgages that we have out here, um, the the COVID crash right now that we're going through a second wave, and what's really going to make this even worse is that the government is not going to shut down. People are so greedy. The government is so greedy. These businesses are so greedy that they don't want to shut down the government because they know what that's going to do to the financial markets. So, in order to shut down to save everybody, to maybe even quarantine and make some of this stuff go away, or to deaden the curve of this thing, whether you believe it's happening or not, but it is happening. Something's happening. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's been injected into people or they found a way to do this, it's getting crazy. So, yeah, we really have to pay attention to this because this coronavirus thing is setting a mark and setting the stage for everything else. So people are going to be put out their homes. This eviction moratorium's over with um, at the end of the month. So beginning in July, they may have some states may have a 30 days if you don't have a federal back mortgage apartment complex or something like that. You just got 30 more days, and then you could possibly be out unless they do another stimulus package for the government, which they're talking about. But it's not going to be no more free rides. That $2,400 a month that everybody was getting, they're going to cut that back, and they're only going to give you 70% of your original salary to make it so they to kind of incentivize you to go back to work. But how can you go back to work? Because a lot of these jobs are not coming back. These places that are closed, these restaurants that are closing, some of these businesses, there's several businesses that have went out of business. Big name businesses like Hertz, Macy's. A lot of airlines are suffering. A lot of mom and pop businesses that these jobs are just not coming back. So they're hoping for another stimulus. So this stimulus package is going to be very important. But also, too, at the same time, it's important. It's also devaluing the money as we know it. Or a lot of people may not know that money is just a debt or a bond note or a promissory note that it's not really worth much if it's not backed by anything. So we may see some inflation, we may not, but people just want their stimulus check. So we really got to pay attention to the signs of the time, um, and that's why it's really going to be important that we understand what's going on and why it's important to start prepping right now. Because if things get bad, people don't have anything to eat, they don't have homes, they're going to start looting and rioting, and you don't want to be caught up in that. So, biblical prophecy speaks to these things. We're going to go over a couple of precepts after this, but just know that it's a very difficult time right now. Um, and black people, we're already suffering out here, so it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse on us, and you're going to start seeing the civil wars. You got to be aware about these FEMA camps. About that's real. I got another clip for that I'm going to show about this lady who has firsthand knowledge about what they're trying to do in Israel to make America crash once they don't have any more need for us. So also too, you gotta understand too. That's another thing. I did a video about underground bunkers before. The rich and the super elite, man, they already got the underground bunkers and they're there. The corporate CEOs, they already quit. A lot of them quit their jobs at the beginning of the year and was just quitting left and right, like leaving, you know, um, 10 million, $10 million a year jobs. So we really gotta understand this. So the employment rate is kicking up, and also too the virus is kicking up, and the stimulus packages are trying to come through, but it's going to be real bad about this eviction moratorium. So we're going to get into some of the stuff about prepping and what all you're going to need to try to keep you and your family safe. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this video.
To give me an advice how I am supposed to release this information. Not only on this channel here, but so most people will get it. I don't want you to watch my face. I hate my face. I hate doing camera. So I might turn the phone on Steve, but I talked with a person, myself, that works for FEMA actively now, and has sources from people who work for government who were involved with building dumps, okay, which is underground bases in the United States.
So what she's referring to is underground bunkers for military bases. These have been in existence for years now. They're all up under the White House tunnels and bunkers, and that's what Trump would hit the one time they thought it was going to be a war. So, man, these are all things that we need to be paying attention to. Like I said, the rich and elite, they already got their underground bunkers. Now she's going to start telling us about um, how the FEMA camps are going to be operating during the second wave and the second lockdown. So pay close attention to what she's saying, and it really is eye-opening. So pay attention.
Person said, this is how FEMA is trained now. They know that there will be no coming out. And they're making everything happen now, and they're making their people, they're preparing them and training them very heavily. So first lockdown and this whole corona hoax was a live exercise because government was measuring how much does it take to lock a big city down, how people react, what the resistance would look like, how much they can buy their hoaxes, and how the fear-based mind control works. And how they can fool everyone to pull their agenda because they are done with United States. It's over, friends. It's over. There is no more United States. We are living our very last days here, sisters. It's the last days of putting on lipstick. It's the last days of taking your family for dinner. Okay, this is what I want to say to you. The second lockdown will be permanent. The person told me, wherever you are at the second lockdown, plan on either dying there or surviving there.
And so there you have it, man. Planning on surviving or dying. And this list is going to help you do that. It's going to help you survive. So here it is. All right. So in order to be prepared for the collapse of America, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to need on your list, and we're going to go through a few of them. All right. So this is not an all comprehensive list, but it's something just to get you started to prepare for emergency situations, as we kind of going to outline in the video and have already outlined. So let's look at this. First thing you're going to need is, you know, water, food, warmth, and lighting. First aid and hygiene, protection, and also communication devices. So those are the categories that you're going to need, and we're going to touch base on them. All right. So for every person, you should probably have 2 to 3 drinking bottles of water a day, um, per person. So for a 6 month period, that comes out to be like 23 cases per person. So here's some prices for a pallet. $600 for a full pallet of water right there. You're gonna need water for a lot of different things. You'll need mainly for drinking, for survival, and then you're gonna need water for things like washing dishes out. If there's an event that the water goes out, um, cleaning things, washing clothes, brushing your teeth, washing your face. All these different things you're gonna need the water for. So water is gonna be a very of importance. So stock up. You really want to be stocked up probably before November, before all the election and stuff goes on, and we don't know what's going to go on if they're going to lock things down again pretty soon. The way the virus is going, we already know that that's a possibility. All right. So the next thing we're going to look at is food. So food supplies. You're going to need canned meats, sauces, like for spaghetti, pastas, rice and beans, things like salt, sugar, spices, things to kind of spice your food up. And also you can grow your own food. So uh, a lot of times what people do is for the canned goods and the canned meats, they store those pretty well. Rice and beans, you can get those. Those are very filling. If you looked at this image here, um, these are all like rice and beans. He has big bags of those. So these things are filling, and you don't need a lot of it because it's filling, and also it's lightweight and it can be stored for a long time. So canned goods also goes a long way. Like I said, you're not going to be eating for like you're going to the best restaurant in town. You're just going to be eating to survive. So get cheap canned goods. You go to Walmart, Target, any of those places, stock up on those things. Like I said, canned meats, canned vegetables, canned fruit, all those different things. You want to try to have at least uh, uh, 2 month supply of things. So there's some things that I still have to get, to kind of meet that level. So those are some of the food items. Also, when you get your food and your canned goods, make sure you have a can opener, not electrical can opener, because the electric could go out, and you don't really want to be bothered with that. That's nothing worse than if you got all this canned goods and you can't open them. So Plus, if the electric's out, it's not going to do you any good. So get a manual can opener. All right. You're going to need a lot of candles. All right. A lot of candles, a lot of flashlights, batteries, kerosene heaters, all these different things that you're going to need. I'm sorry, kerosene lamps. You could buy the kerosene and the wicks to go with them. Matches. Also, I have a lot of candles and I have a lot of flashlights with uh, with extra batteries. So go stock up on your batteries, your matches, your lighter fluid, and your candles and your kerosene. And those are going to be your lighting supplies. So you're not going to be using it just to burn up. You're going to be only using these things in emergency situations. If you get matches, make sure they're probably waterproof matches and get a lot of those. They're very cheap right now. Pretty soon they may be hard to find. All right. Next thing we're gonna look at is medical equipment. You need to get your medical kit, something like this one, a few of these with the supplies to back it up. Uh, as you can see here, let's take a look at this here. You're gonna need hand sanitizer, alcohol, gloves, masks, bandages of all shapes and sizes, gauze. He has Advil for pain relief and inflammation. So a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, um, or also Motrin, ibuprofen, which is a fever reducer, and which reduces fever. So those things are good and helps, and they also have an analgesic effect. So things like neosporin, um, peroxide, like I say, you just need the basics, but you want to have them stocked up. Also, too, things for cleaning supplies like Lysol wipes. Like I said, we already mentioned hand sanitizer, I believe, um, and different cleaners like bleach, wipes, deodorant, hand wipes, all those different things. Make sure you have those things on deck because they also could come in useful situations if you have to barter something. Like if you don't have something, like say you ran out of a bottle of water, you want to get a case of water, you may have to get somebody some of your Motrin or your Aleve. So just have all those things in stock on you, and that way that you know that you can be safe. Because last thing you want to, if all the stores are closed or they have ran through and ransacked your local CVS or Walgreens, at least you have something for yourself. All right. Next thing, when it comes to food cooking, you want to get you one of these burners, one of these Coleman burners. If you don't already have one, they're very cheap. They're $14. You need to go get them. Also, too, you need these fuel canisters. They're like, well, they're not that cheap anymore, but uh, $14 a case. That's pretty good. So I might look at getting this one myself. I just recently bought some, and I believe they were like $38. So you're gonna need that also along with your burner. If you don't have one of these, you're gonna have to learn how to build a fire pit stove out of wood and rocks, and maybe hopefully you can light something with the lighter. Have some lighter fluid available, and if you have to cook outside or cook inside your house in the basement or something on the concrete, keep all these things in mind. So get you a stove and the lighter supply fluid, you need to probably stock up on that. If you got, a large family or something, you may want to get you a two-sided burner so that you guys could cook pretty pretty quickly. All right. Some other accessories you're gonna need. You may need a compass. Definitely gonna need a pocket knife. Some of these supplies are gonna be used for tilling the ground or maybe planning, but also they can be used as weapons. Get you a nice utility knife. Uh, these shovels come in handy. You need to get you I'm sorry, that's a strap in the cord, but also you need a small spade shovel or a medium-sized spade shovel. Sometimes they have them that fold where you can just fold them out and dig a trench or dig a hole. If there's no bathroom or something, your toilet goes out, you got some little land, you probably could go to the bathroom in a hole and fill it back up, and go about your business that way. Like I say, you're gonna need like I say, flashlight, lanterns, and headlights. Also, too, you probably can get a couple of buckets just in case you can collect some rainwater and have you some filtered water. Get you a water filter where you can filter the water, and that way you can at least have some water for drinking. And if you can't drink, at least you can have some clothes. I mean, some water to wash clothes or clean things out, or just have water as you need it because you're going to need that. Along the line of pocket knives and protection, you're probably going to need an axe, a big hatchet, or a machete for cutting down trees and whatnot if you have to make firewood, or for protection. And also, too, get you a gun, a shotgun, or 9 millimeter with bullets and ammunition to make sure you know how to use those things. Those are all things for safety for you, so that you can make it through tough times. Because somebody may try to come and rob you inside of your home, so we don't necessarily want that. But you have to protect yourself at all times. So somebody come to your house, you want to kind of stay in one room, preferably upstairs, where you can have time to react. Somebody uh, come through a window or kick in the door. At least you won't be on that level. You could be up and you can have time prepared to already have your means of protection by you and try to protect yourself and your family. All right. Also, too, what you're probably going to need as well is, you probably want to have all your Bible and your scriptures and your study notes someplace safe. That way you can read them, because probably the internet's going to be out there. It's probably not going to be any more YouTube where you can just go in and get somebody breaking down a lesson for you. So these lessons that you guys are listening to now, um, make sure you print the notes out, write the notes out, take notes, and also take notes in your Bible, highlight. That way, at least you can have the word with you when you're going through some of these things when they happen. So, man, stay prepped up and get these things the best of your ability. All right, we're going to get into a couple more precepts about getting prepared in these last days. It's just sound biblical prophecy that we be prepared, and it's been a historical fact that the Israelites were always prepared and they had great leaders. So Pharaoh made Joseph the second ruler of all the land. At this time, Egypt was one of the world dominant kingdom, if not the largest kingdom. And Joseph was second in line, so he was sort of like, for lack of a better term, vice president, and Pharaoh was the president. So he entrusted him with all this land. So let's read from Genesis 41, verse 34. Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years, and let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities. So that's the same thing as almost prepping. He saw that there's going to be a famine in the land, just like we should be seeing that now. So you need to be prepared to start prepping and laying up food and laying up resources for yourself. All right, we're gonna get into our next parable here. This is the one about the virgins, the 10 virgins. All right, and how we should be prepared for all things, especially the coming of Christ. So let's get into this parable here. Matthew 25, verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the virgin, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. So that's a cold breakdown right there. That's a cold precept. So you got to be ready. You don't want to be told that that he don't know you.